So we can talk about quite a few things today on today's daily show. Particularly, I want to talk about some of the batting performances we've seen in the CSA T20 Challenge so far, particularly on this day, as two youngsters have stepped up. Unfortunately, one in a winning cause and one in a losing cause, but we can still draw a lot about that particular innings or a lot from that particular innings, particularly about the maturity that was shown by these young cricketers and the ability to be able to keep their head and score decent runs as well as looking after the team at the same time. I think they managed to merge all of those components when it comes to their performances that they've had in the CSA T20 Challenge so far. So we will be chatting about this. We will chatting about some prospects that we've seen, maybe guys that we think that the selectors should speak to, etc. from the CSA T20 Challenge, which players have impressed us, and all of those things. But before we get going, before we get started, please subscribe to this channel. Please click that notification bell for all future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight in your inbox every single month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. Also, go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all updates. That's where you'll find all our articles that we write on a daily basis. It all is on cricketfanaticsmag.com. Don't also forget to become a Patreon. That's where we can start building a family and community. And then I'll start giving you guys exclusive content to you alone and only to Patreons. That will happen over time, the more Patreons that we can collect. Also, don't forget to get involved with the Super Chat. That's also available right now. It is live as you speak if you want to contribute to Cricket Fanatics Mag as well. But so, without further ado, let's get straight into today's content. I'm interested in speaking about this particular CSA T20 challenge. I think it's round 7 that we are counting now of this particular tournament. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host, Khalid. This is the show where we talk about all the major talking points in South African cricket. And right now, we're going to be talking about the CSA T20 Challenge. But before we move on to that, there's just a couple of news things that I want to get out of the way first and foremost. Now, we put up a video today from Charles Langeveld, which you guys can go ahead and check out on this channel, talking ahead of the New Zealand series. We also have a video from Rassie van der Dussen, who spoke about his the IPL auction, talking about himself getting picked up in the auction, of course, and he's speaking about that on that video. So that's all on the channel. You guys can go ahead and look at that. Another thing that has happened as well, that's newsworthy to speak about. As you know, obviously, all the IPL signings are on cricketfanaticsmag.com. If you want it from a South African point of view, I only did the South African players because we only really majorly worried about the South African players, of course, being a South African cricket channel, of course. But other news that I really want to speak about is the ICC award for Keegan Peterson, him winning the Player of the Month award. I think that needs to be celebrated as well. I think it's excellent from the batter. And he, as the press release or as the release says, the South African batter Keegan Peterson was a sensation during the home test series against India. He helped the Proteas register a series win at home against the Indian side. His runs helping lay the foundation as South Africa bounced back from a 0-1 down to claim the series 2-1. Peterson played gritty knocks from number 3, amassing 244 runs during the series at an average of 61, making him also the player of the series. JP Duminy is on the ICC Voting Academy. He's one of the members. He said, With the hype of the series and the high expectations, that the composure Peterson showed while batting in the pivotal number 3 position was simply staggering. There's also special mention to England skipper Heather Knight. She also came off a great test performance. She's a multi-format women's player as well, and it was a multi-format women's Ashes against Australia. She scored 216 runs during the test match in Canberra, including a magnificent knock of an unbeaten 168 during the first innings, second highest score by a captain in the history of women's test cricket. A knock put England in a commanding position in the match, but Australia put up a fight with a match ending in a thrilling draw. So that is also very important. That 168, obviously, she's getting a recognition over there. So I wanted to get that out of the way as well, because that's some important news that we can speak about. But let's move on. Let's talk about the CSA T20 challenge. We saw a couple of good knocks today, particularly good performances with the bat. Now, the Warriors took on the Knights. That was the last game of the day. We will get to that. First and foremost was the Titans versus the Hollywood Bets Dolphins, and the Titans won by 7 wickets. The day started off with a sizzling fixture between the two big teams in SA domestic cricket, but it was first obviously hampered by rain. The game was reduced to 19 overs per team. But the Dolphins really struggled, I feel, with the bat. They weren't really necessarily playing really well against the fast bowlers, particularly Lazard Williams was excellent in his spell. He took 1 for 15 in his first 3 overs. And Aaron Bongizo also backed up Williams. He bowled a brilliant spell as well. Gave nothing away really to the Dolphins batters. David Miller was obviously the staggering standout, or the main standout as a batter for the Dolphins, with his unbeaten 47 ball 57. His knock was excellent once again, but they only managed to post 134 for 4 in their allotted 19 overs, unfortunately, the Dolphins. And in reply, even though Deovat lost his opening partner, as well as Tiennis de Bruin while he was at the crease, it was, you can actually, Tiennis de Bruin and Quinton de Kock started off well. But Deovat was really the guy that took them over the line, him and Serge Makanya. He scored an unbeaten 46 from, which was excellent. That saw the Titans obviously take the win. But for me personally, what really a 40 ball 57. Okay, Ashid, sorry about that. We have to change that in the report to there is a little bit of a mistake in the report, but ultimately David Miller was excellent in his performance. I thought he's been excellent in the last couple of games. Unfortunately, the top order batters are not maybe really coming to the party as we'd hoped they would, and actually put on a performance like we are hoping they would. Like, I mean, Marcus Ackerman's not in the side. I mean, maybe there's a space for him now to come in. Potentially, they have been changing things around quite a bit in this particular match. So, yeah, very interesting to see what happens in the rest of the tournament for the Dolphins, because they've always been competitors and great competitors when it comes to these knockout competitions. What I was impressed by with Deovat was the maturity. He really measured himself in this particular into the game. He took his time. He took his time to settle himself in, and then he played some good shots. Now, he wasn't really necessarily timing the ball that well, particularly the slower deliveries. You could see he was a little bit behind in the slower deliveries. But ultimately, a good performance from Deovat. I think he should get the props for the way he performed and taking his team over the line. I think that will give him more confidence than the actual fact that he got that 46. I think the fact that he took his team over the line is what will give him a majority of the confidence. Then we move on. The Warriors took on the Knights in what a complete thriller. It was an excellent performance from Tristan Stubbs, particularly. He took his team to a decent enough total to defend, 170 runs on a ground where 136 run totals were successfully defended as well. But Stubbs put on an excellent performance. I can't believe how well he batted. Well, I can believe how well he batted. He was entertaining the crowd. They were really enjoying the way he was performing. He put on 65 or 35 deliveries and three fours and five sixes. It was just a magnificent display. I mean, at the time he came into the middle, they were 61 for three, um, and really struggling at that time. And then it was a magnificent display from Tristan Stubbs. I mean, wow. We can't really talk about it more and praise him more for the performance that he put in. He really should be a contender when it comes to South Africa thinking about who should be that replacement number six. I would like to obviously see him bowl a lot more. He does have a little bit of bowling in his arsenal, but the Warriors bowlers were just very bad. They've been bad for the last couple of games. The three match defeats on the trot. But the hats goes off to two particular batters that really put on an excellent display, and that is obviously Jacques Snyman. He scored 90 runs or 52 deliveries, and CP Kleinhans, he scored a 54 ball 67. What a performance by him as well. I think you 7 fours and 1 6. He really anchored the inning. Not, I wouldn't say anchored the innings, but he held his own with Jacques Snyman. I mean, a lot of people thought that he was going to go off and score a ton over here with his 3 6s and 10 4s at a strike rate of 173. Jacques Snyman was excellent. He performed really well. We really thought he's going to take the team over the line until Nabe broke his stump, which was quite interesting to see that he lost his wicket to Nabe as well. Nabe bowling well throughout this tournament so far. I've been impressed with him. Particularly his ability to execute the Yorker. I think he was the only real bowler that you could say was impressive. Okay, yes, John Smuts only conceded 14 runs in his 3 overs, which must be obviously celebrated as well and mentioned. But the rest of the bowlers not really doing that well. I mean, obviously Nabi only taking a wicket, but Stephen Tate has been struggling. I mean, he went for 46 runs in 3.4 overs, an economy of 12.54. It hasn't been good enough from Stephen Tate. I'm sure he will admit that, and I'm hoping that obviously we get to see these players also improve as the game goes along, as the series goes along. Um, there's some excellent comments over here that I'm going to start reading out as well. But yeah, some good performances all around, I feel, with the bat specifically, something to celebrate from a South African perspective. This is something that we need to look at. Something that we can really. The selectors are there watching these games, so I hope that they do something about it, and I hope that they have conversations with these players about their futures and where they're going to be ended up, when they're going to end up, because it's very important that we see that we see these players get looked after regardless of the situation, regardless of whether there are players that are already in the setup that are doing well already. I think you need to make sure that you also talk to the next in line players and make sure that they're okay. So yeah, let's look at some of the comments in the comment section. We spoke about this already on last night's show, so please go watch our podcast show. An interview with Stubbs would be great, Khalid. Yes, I will be contacting him very soon and interviewing him. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. It will be a day off for him, so I'll contact him tomorrow, this evening, and ask him if he's available. This is what John says is World Cup winning T20 11. Looks like Quinton de Kock, Pavuma, Rassie van der Dussen, Markram Miller, Stubbs, Pretorius, Maharaj, Rabada, Ngidi, Shamsi. No space for Nokia, see? Very good team, though. I do like that team. I like seeing that. No panel tonight because it's of Valentine's, probably. And I don't have a Valentine's, so I'm sitting here. So that's why I'm sitting with you guys. You guys are all my Valentine's tonight. I think that's maybe why there's no one over here. Khalid, are you sure the Rasi video is up? Oh, no, it's not. For some reason, it has given me a warning. Let me sort that out now while I'm on air. It has given me a warning about something, which is weird. No, deny that. I accept that there is none above. Yes. So thank you, Werner, for bringing that to my attention, because that is weird. But I'll sort it out right now. You guys will be able to watch it after this video is done. And you guys can go ahead and see what Rassi had to say. Interesting. I always love listening to Rassi speak. Very open and honest and straightforward and to the point. He doesn't mess around when he gives these type of things. Okay, now it seems like it has been registered and cleared and published. So you guys should be getting, if you have subscribed to the channel, you should be getting a notification right about now. You should be getting a notification saying that Rassi van der Dussen, this video has been uploaded. We say Impetsang cannot be trusted to be to be honest. He might select Riza and Tristan Stubbs. We'll have to see. I think he does need more time to prove that he's the right man for the job and that he'll be selecting the right people. To be fair on Victor Impetsang, majority of the selections he has made, new selections, have done well. So we can easily say, yes, maybe we will know. We knew already that these players will do well, but you have no way of knowing that those players will necessarily do as what you predict they would do. So there is still a risk involved. Exactly what the Proteas, Stubbs is exactly what the Proteas needs at this moment, not just T20s, but ODIs as well. Miller won't play for long, so we need to blood Stubbs and Donovan. Ashid saying, I want Miller's praise here now. He has been playing really well and smacking them all over, effectively carrying the Dolphins batting. And yes, he should be praised for the way he's performing. Well done, David Miller. Congratulations. You're doing really well. Keep it up. Sang will make up some whack excuse to exclude Stubbs and pick Hamza or Riza Hendricks for the Proteas. Let's wait and see about that. Miller is in unreal hitting form. He's batting extremely well. Smuts should also be praised with the ball. I did speak about his bowling early on, so this is obviously older one. CP, Klein Hayes hit the ball really hard, looking so good. I heard them talking about how hard he was hitting the ball beforehand, and he looked really good today. Lizard Seam was nice to see. I love Lizard Williams' performances. I like his attitude. He's a very good competitor. The bowling from the Warriors have been really poor. The drop catches are also extremely frustrating, and they continuously frustrating us throughout the games. I mean, Werner, this is something you've mentioned continuously on all of the streams that you've been a part of, as how bad the fielding has been, which is weird because South Africans are known to have good fielding. So it is very, very, very sad to see. I would like to see the Titans give Brevis an over yes, me too. I was thinking that while I was watching the game. He talks a lot about his bowling. You could give him a chance to show what he can do. I think that they could use him throughout the tournament as well. I just hope Stubbs an opportunity against Bangladesh. He should play all three ODIs. He's exactly what the Proteas need in a white ball cricket. No fear in taking an attack to the bowlers. Stubbs 96s already. AB de Villiers kind of batting. Khalid, do you think it's time for the selectors to look at Miller's replacement? Stubbs and Ferreira definitely in the running. I think those two are also names that we can speak about. And yeah, I think you should start planning for the future. Even if your team is settled, you should start looking for the next person to take over, especially from guys that are in their mid-30s, or early to mid-30s, because I think that if someone does get injured or someone misses a game, you can start breeding that next player in, or you can rest players because you have backups, so you can start easing those players in over time. And by the time you need them for a major tournament, they are ready already, So I believe in giving players, identifying talent early and giving them the chance and opportunities to do as best as they can when the time is available. Miller's and Pretorius' form is really needed in the upcoming World Cups. Definitely. I'm so happy that there's been communication with the teams to give guys like Dwayne Pretorius, to give guys like Antile Pechlekwayo, guys like that, and even to an extent George Linder, an opportunity to bat higher up. It's good to see that, because then we know that what the Proteas think about them and what we think, what selectors think about them, and they can really start showing their ability with the bat. Um, Preview for the first test will be on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I know it starts midnight on Thursday, so Wednesday evening the broadcast, the pre-game stuff will happen. So we will do one on Wednesday evening, or maybe yeah, I think Wednesday evening will be the right time to do it. Just before the game starts, gives you guys enough time to watch it and enjoy it and be live with us and talk about the game. Yeah, let's do the preview either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm gonna still start thinking about it. Which one is better? I personally think maybe Wednesday is better for the preview. But I'll have a conversation with some of the guys and see what they say as well. Who are the Black African players apart from the big boys who are putting their hands up in the T20 challenge? I think Saleke is doing well. I think Tandotini showed some excellent performance today. I think Sibs Makania has been excellent throughout the tournament. I think Ayakamani has been showing his ability with the ball this time around when he was showing his ability with the bat earlier on in the year. I'm going to see more of Tony DeZorzi, hopefully. I think hopefully he'll play better. I think Mikey Copeland needs some praise for the way he's been batting recently. In a struggle, the Rocks have been struggling a little bit in last couple of games, but he's shown that he has something in him. He has the ability. He just needs to get more opportunities and play more consistently going forward. I think he just needs to chill. Muller is only 32. Rather, Stubbs and Muller both should play. Yes, both should play. Currently, I would like to see them. I would like to see them play together. Muller's not old at the moment. He's still early 32s, but I would like to see guys being earmarked as replacements for their future so that they can get some time in the team over a period of time. I want to see them get game time so that we can have the luxury of resting a person like Muller for big games, because I feel Muller at the moment is in such good form. He's been hitting the ball really nicely over the last couple of series, over the last couple of games. And I'm liking how he's turning it on and taking responsibility. And I think he's in his element at the moment. So it will be good to earmark someone for when he decides he's going to, give it the end. And then we already have someone that can learn from Muller. I would like to see them play together in games, etc. I would like them to maybe in certain games rest Muller and then see this guy take more responsibility, whoever that person might be. Proteas might play around 10 games in the IPL. Do it Wednesday. Yes, we will be doing it. Yes, Lasiba Ngwepe has been excellent as well. I think he's being really good. Matoa has also bowled quite well. Oh, yeah, we say he has a windmill bowling action. Yeah, he's been doing really well as well as a Black African. Majima, such an underrated cricketer. I feel that Majima is someone that I feel needs to start taking his opportunities and being the player that we know he can be. He's been inconsistent over the years, and he's maturing quite nicely right now and finding his groove. And I hope that he can continue that performances going forward. Let's see. Khalid, do a Q&A session with Stubbs on this channel. I'll contact Stubbs tonight and I'll ask him if he'd like to come on the Daily Show tomorrow and have a chat with us. You guys can ask him some questions too, but I'd like to obviously get my questions in so that we can actually do a piece on it. Otherwise, we can't really necessarily use the quotes if I'm not asking him any questions. What time is the review show happening, Khalid? I will do it at 7 on Wednesday. I think Wednesday is a nice time. It will preview you guys before the midnight when it starts. And yeah, then we'll do another video at 7 o'clock the evening on Thursday, summing up what happened in the match before and then talking about the next day. Khalid, I like the look of Junaid Dawood. He can be someone for the future. Yes, he's been someone that I thought should have been getting more opportunities for a long time. Very talented, very hardworking, and very dedicated. Um, so I like Junaid Dawood and the player that he is and the mentality he has, and I hope that he gets more opportunities going forward. Really, I do. I think he's been performing well so far. Nina van Heerden has some gas. I also like the look of Cody Yusuf. He's really impressed me as well. Um, Khalid, will Tristan be selected for the T20 World Cup? Slight chance, Khalid. I hope that he will be. And if I was in charge, if I was there, I would put him in part of the squad. We've needed a player like this in that position for so long. That can hit the ball that well, time the ball, and perform the way he has. And if someone like Dewald Brevis can be touted around as being someone that can be selected for the Proteas, then I feel that Tristan Stubbs deserves similar credit because he's been excellent in domestic cricket so far. He's really taken his chances when he's gotten it, and he's shown amazing big match temperament when the pressure's on. But guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode just with me today. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click that notification bell for all future videos. And also don't forget to follow Cricket Fanatics Magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight into your inbox every single month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. You can click on that and you'll go directly to the landing page. All we need is your name and your email address. Don't forget to also become a patron. That's how you help support us at Cricket Fanatics Mag. So go ahead, on the link is on the screen and in the description as well. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to try and do my best to try and get Tristan Stubbs on the show, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Uh, I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to keep in touch with all of us and stay loyal to this channel. We're trying to give you the best possible content that we can. So keep loyal to this channel and be a part of this family. But thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys again very, very, very soon. Take care, everyone.